Hey, yo, GMS Family Green Room, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? I know it's been over a week, had some things going on, but we are back in effect today, GMS Family Green Room. I appreciate every single one of y'all for showing up, pulling up expeditiously, and kicking it with your brother this good Tuesday morning. Everybody in the chat, man, you know what to do. If you are in the building, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Share this live with your friends, your family, all your loved ones on your social medias, IGs, Snapchats, Facebooks, Twitters, all that shit, man. Share it on your YouTube. Everybody, right now, look down at the bottom, press share, and then share it to your YouTube channel. Let everybody know where to pull up today. My GMS fam is in the building. Shout out Glittery Bubbles, Eclipse, CDT Beats, who is a member of the GMS fam. You can also become a member if you hit that membership button at the bottom. Y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate y'all for showing up. Justin Furlow in the building. Grits and Gravy is in the building. That's right, Glittery Bubbles. Blaq Ron was on 3g's. I was not a part of the show last week. I had some things going on, but I'm glad that my peoples over at 3g's had a great time and had a very special guest join their show. And it was Blaq Ron. None other than Blaq Ron, man. Shout out to Blaq Ron for pulling up and showing love to the GMS show and also the 3g's podcast, man. AP and Binki held it down for me and Pac G during our absence. Also, shout out to Pac G and sending love and healing energy to him and his family. You know what I'm saying? At this time, y'all make sure y'all send y'all love and positive energy his way as well. Now, let's get to it. I want to talk about it because I wasn't there, man. So I want to be able to do what I normally do with other platforms and review the 3g's podcast. We just going to go through a little bit of the conversation that AP and Blaq Ron and Binki had on last week's episode and just go through that with you guys, especially for those who were there or people that may not have got to see it. We can come and talk about it right here and watch it together as we come along. Also, if you have not participated in the chat, make sure you do so, man. Put something in the chat, man. Put a GMS in the chat. Put a what's up in the chat. Shout your city out. Where are you from, man? Where you tuning in from? Let me know. We would like to know here at the GMS show, man. Shout out to y'all right now. So let's get to it, man. AP and Binki get joined in with Blaq Ron on the 3g's podcast. Check this out, everybody.
God damn it. Y'all set me up. This is a goddamn setup. I've been set up.
What was that shit you
yama,
said,
yama, 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 yama.
What was that shit you had said, cuz?
Oh, I hope he don't look like dude off of Police Academy.
Oh, see, I can't stand. See, this is what happened when you let one light-skinned nigga come to the cookout to the birthday party in the middle of the summer. See, y'all let them niggas on 2-6. Y'all let AP kick it with y'all 3 summers in a row, and now he out here talking tough. No, he got to put sunscreen on to come outside. Nigga look like he come from a long line of mechanics. Goddamn me.
That nigga gonna take his wig off and scratch his head and set it back down. Nigga, I know that shit ain't
Hell no. Now you got the whites on the side like you a good daddy. If you don't get your young old nigga.
And he got one of them old stocking caps up under there too. You know, bitches used to have them. What they used to sell in a little egg at Walgreens and shit. Little old stocking, the shit that you rob banks with.
You telling your age now, nigga. You telling your age now. You good church seat sniffing ass boy. You telling on yourself now.
No, this ain't Raymond. This nigga was robbing corner stores.
Hell no, this ain't Raymond. This ain't me. It's all right. I'm gonna go get my other gun and I'm coming back and killing everybody.
I'm gonna shoot all you niggas. Hey man, shout out to the homie Blaq Ron.
Hey man, I heard what you were saying about deliverance though. Like, can we be honest? Let's
talk.
Okay, black people, we do a whole lot of things really well. But what we don't do well is horror movies. Because in order to have a really good horror movie, you gotta have a whole lot of devil in it. And niggas don't fuck with the devil like that. No, like the scariest movie that came out been what? Get Out, or the other one that he did, Us.
Us. Yeah.
And that shit had a little bit of the devil in it. I mean, you look at.
Now I'm gonna pause this real quick because this is a good time to bring up this new Lee Daniels film. I don't know if y'all heard about it. I forgot the name of it. If somebody want to refresh my memory, but Lee Daniels came out with a new movie, and it is featuring Monique as well. You know, they put their differences aside and they decided to work together again and make money together. But it is being reported that they actually had to hire, Deliverance, that's the name. They had to hire an actual pastor to come on to the set and actually play the role of the pastor because of the fact that a lot of weird things was happening on set. A lot of weird things was happening with the actors and the actresses of the movie, and it just did not have a good energy around it. Now, it's really weird how Lee Daniels decided to do a movie like that, and this will be the first movie he decides to put Monique in, where there's a lot of bad and negative and demonic energy around it. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that type of shit is weird to me. I don't know what possesses people to want to make films like that either. When you want to start putting demonic energy out there to the world, like there's enough devilish movies. Y'all can't come up with no other ideas, but besides having people get possessed and do all that, that shit is whack to me, and I don't know what the motive is behind it. But it also doesn't help the narrative in this industry that there's a lot of demonic shit going on, and it just lets me know that the main people that they have their eyes on are the main people that a lot of people build this conspiracies around, like the major entities or the big superstars or the super rich elite individuals. Y'all got to look at a lot of the other people that play parts in this shit, like a lot of movie directors, you know what I'm saying, a lot of different people that's in the intertwines of the business that aren't necessarily in front of the camera. Y'all got to look at those people too. You never put that behind you.
Eve's Bayou, Skeleton Key. Niggas think of voodoo and they think devil worship, niggas. So niggas don't really fuck with the dark arts like that. You'll never see an all black version of Insidious or no shit like that. Where nigga got hell no.
That's a good ass point. You had a lot of time on your hand. This nigga was on a long ass flight from goddamn Tibet, getting more wheatgrass. He was like, man, you know what? Black people don't do horror very well. Nigga had a little notepad, like.
And not only that, niggas, we don't do a good job of being scared for a long time. Like a horror movie is 2 hours of white people being afraid. Eventually, one nigga gonna be like, cut the lights on. I'm through running from this hoe ass nigga. Y'all remember the one time they let a nigga be in Jason? He sat there and fed Jason the hands. He was boxing Jason's hands all the way across that room.
Head off. Yeah.
That nigga needed 2 more punches and he'd have killed the shit out of Jason. He ran out of gas. And all of a sudden, Jason turned into Tyson Fury and knocked that nigga whole fucking head off with one punch.
Are you serious?
That's the last time they let a nigga be in the movie. They said that nigga didn't have no weapons or nothing. It was like, fuck that, Jason. I'm not running from you no more.
Paired up with him. Yeah, but he was like a boxing champ or some shit like that. That was a good.
I think N played that clip one time online.
That was the Jason and
that nigga wasn't no boxing champ. He was a breakdancer with a Jerry curl. That was your real daddy. He just wasn't no hoe.
Nigga, Whoopi Goldberg, your real daddy, nigga. You look just like her.
No, but you know who your real daddy is? That nigga in Ghost that got slid across the floor by them spirits. What you gonna do now, Willie? That's your daddy. You look just like Willie off Ghost.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Binky, pull that picture up right quick.
If y'all don't know what dude looks like,
let me see if I can find him.
Oh, damn, not Willie from
Willie from Ghost, nigga. When you talking about who I look like, let's talk about who you look like. Damn. You look like Craig a little bit. You look like Craig if he been vegan.
Hey, after you pull up that picture, pull up Whoopi while she was on Ghost in the damn doing seances and shit. that was Blaq Ron's store. He done got it left to him and shit.
I found out AP Fat Man Scoop left him all his deodorant. So he coming into a good inheritance and shit, bro. So congratulations on that.
Can you see?
No, y'all ever see the movie Critters?
Yeah,
he said Oh yeah, what's going on, nigga? This shit is. He said a vegan Craig is hilarious. What's going on, Simo? What's happening, my brother, GMS fan? What's happening? Hey man, this is ridiculous. Hey, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Hold on, man. I'm gonna pull forward a little bit. Actually, no, I
That's
want to
your
hit a rotate.
daddy right there. Yup.
Yeah, dog. That's why I just had to shut up, man. When
Yeah, nigga. You was born with a pocket knife in your diaper.
Why do you like that?
That's why
Willie
I just shut
Lopez.
up, dog. I just had to shut up, man. Willie Lopez, man. Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all let
That-
this man come on
They
my
came up
show.
out the ground and snatched the shit out of Willie ass. Willie was backing up across that floor and shit. They made Willie fall through the window. That glass came down and cut Willie ass in half.
That was the scariest thing I ever saw when those little spirit things came up.
That's another slept-on ass movie, nigga. Ghost, you can watch that today and still
Yes.
fuck with it. I don't care who
That's
you are,
because
black, white,
Whoopi
whatever.
was in. They would that Whoopi's role wasn't supposed to be a black woman at first. That's why they had to go change her name to Ola May or some shit like that.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna need a picture of Whoopi from Jumping
my
Jack
turn.
Flash.
No, hell
Give me
no.
Whoopi from Jumping
Binky
Jack
ain't on your
Flash.
side today,
Give me
nigga. Binky is my wife tonight, nigga.
Let me see if you have.
You trying to find something to say like a woman. You want to get a lick in like a woman.
Shout out to the Reaper.
Blaq Ron keep it 1,000.
Yeah, you definitely keep it 1,000.
Hey man, shout out to my 3g's family, man. Hey, if y'all want to watch that episode and check out the entire segment with Blaq Ron, make sure you go and subscribe to the 3g's channel, man. Shout out to Binky for putting it in the chat right there, man. I want y'all to go and support the channel. Go support 3g's. It's always great laughs, always great conversations, always something to learn, and always something great and entertaining for over 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Some people always talk about how people don't know how to be entertaining for 2 hours or more, and it's hard to do X, Y, and Z. We've been doing that shit for over 2 years already. So don't talk to us about no 2 years or over 2 years or whatever, 2 hours, whatever, 2 hours, 3 hours. Nigga, we have to force ourselves to stop the show sometimes because we can go on all day, man. And our 3g's family already know what it is, man. So shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Make sure y'all go check out that episode. We are back tomorrow night as well. And it is going down. Now let's get to the show because we got some things to see. Now, Sunday it went down, man. It went down on Sunday with the Dolphins receiver Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is one of the best receivers in the league. He's the Dolphins' star player. He was pulled over in Miami by Miami PD for speeding, and shit inevitably went left. Now, if you guys haven't seen, they released body cam footage. Matter of fact, this is the fastest I've ever seen body cam footage released to the public in my life. I've never seen body cam footage released this quickly. It was amazing. But nonetheless, you get to see how it transpired, and you get to see how the police acted during this and how Tyreek acted. Now, I have critiques for both sides, but at the same time, it's ultimately on the officers involved to try to de-escalate the situation. They are there to de-escalate the situation. So when people come through and try to talk about how Tyreek was acting or however the fuck the case may be, you're talking about somebody who is right next to the stadium trying to get to the game. However he may be acting, he's not a threat to you or your officers. And if you don't know who he is, that's fine. That's totally fine. You ain't got to know who he is. But at the same time, it is up to the police. I'm making this disclaimer before we get into whatever opinions we got to get into by watching this video. They are here to de-escalate the situation. Okay? And it always seems like when it has to do with a certain hue, it all comes to escalating the situation. I'm going to pull up a couple reactions from other people as well that I want to comment on because, you know, inevitably when these things happen, you get the political, you know, sides of everything. And these people that like to be on the right or these people that like to be on the left, they have their opinions, but it's just disgusting how they view shit because they're always looking at it from a biased view. They're always trying to appease their audience. And when these people have certain audiences, they know that their bread and butter, the way that they make their money, the way that they continue their living, and the way that they keep their name relevant is when they have to do the shock value ass post and try to be fully against a certain narrative or vice versa. It don't matter. We're going to get to that in a minute, but let's watch some of this interaction between Tyreek Hill and the cops in Miami. We're going to stop it a few times just to talk about certain things because we need to analyze this situation. All right, let's go.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what? Why do you have it on?
So immediately Tyreek was aggravated. The cop came up to his window and knocked on his window in a way that he did not like it. And he wanted to tell the officer, hey, don't knock on my window like that. First of all, as you can see, he was pulled over by 4 Miami PD officers on motorcycles. Clearly, this man was speeding. They had to make him slow down. He wanted to make sure he was right next to the stadium as well, just so they knew and would not be confused. See, this is one thing that people keep forgetting about the story. He probably, and this probably going to be more footage that shows them trying to stop him at some point. He slowed down near the stadium, and there's a reason for that. Let's keep going.
Hey, keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car.
If all you needed was his license and registration, go run that shit. At that point, what do you need to take him out the car for? Somebody with some type of knowledge in the police force or the system, whatever the case may be, if you know the regulations, if you know the rules, please inform me as to what the point of taking him out the car would be. Let's see.
As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me
Whoa. That's what I mean by escalating the situation.
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
How do you go from keep your window down or I'm going to take you out of the car while his window is down and then say, matter of fact, I'm going to take you out of the car? To me, now it looks like the police have a target on his back. And now they're trying to pretend like they don't know who he is, but also trying to make a statement for some odd reason. I don't know. Maybe they got prize picks and they bet the lesser on the yards of that motherfucker. Now, I'm going to tell you about that later because I did bet on Tyreek that day. I did have a bet on him to go over, I think it was like 80-something yards or something like that. He needed to get like over 80-something receiving yards. He ended up getting 130. Anyway, it just, that to me is always going to be a problem to me. If you give me an option as a police officer and you don't allow me to go along with that option, but instead now you say, oh, fuck that, I'm not going to give you an option, I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. Now you're aggravating. Now you're escalating the situation where now my reaction is going to be a lot different to you than it would be if you were actually allowing me to do it, to do what it is that you asked me to do. You can't go from keep your window down while he rolled his window down to, or I'm going to take you out to, matter of fact, I'm going to do it anyway. So now watch.
Give me that. Get out of the car. Give me that. Break that freaking window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now.
He's starting to get out the car. Does it not look like he's about to get out the car? Clearly, there is a target that they are trying to put on this man's back. They have an agenda at this moment. I don't care if they know who he is or not, but he's complying. There's a lot of people that saying his attitude and how he was acting and him just being compliant. It seemed like he was being compliant from the time that the officer told him to keep his window down or he's going to take him out. And then he switched his attitude and said, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. And then the other officer comes and yanks his door open. And as this man is starting to get out the car, he still gets yanked out the car. So you tell me, how is his attitude and his compliance for those out there that watched the video and tried to put some type of political bullshit behind it? Then on top of that, y'all niggas can barely speak English. You can't speak no. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't want to sound racist, but I do want to put that in perspective because later on you are going to hear some shit that they said to him because he made a remark. Tyreek said, "I'm just being black in America," and these niggas had the nerve to say, "Oh, we dark too. You dark too." Oh Lord Jesus!
You do something, you do it. You understand? You understand? Not for you, what we tell you. You're a little fucking confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill,
Too
bro.
late.
All right, bro. Take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good.
He's not, and he's on the ground, not resisting arrest, and they still kneeling on him, all types of shit.
Stop crying,
bro.
Like, and then you into that's what I hate also about the police because not once during this whole entire situation did you hear Tyreek call them out their name, disrespect them, spit at them, hit at them, resist any type of way, and they sitting there trying to antagonize him, saying shit to him to make him react because they want to do something to him. They want to do something to him. And they want him to react in a negative way so that they can. How you gonna tell somebody stop crying? First of all, what do you think that's gonna do to a man that's not crying? A man that's not crying, you tell him to stop crying, he's going to get aggravated. He's going to want to react to that in a certain type of way.
I hung up the phone. Stop crying,
Bro, y'all.
Don't move.
Good. Bro, you
Set
beating
'em up.
on my window like you crazy.
Set him up.
Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, bro. Bro.
And then another player showed up. Another Miami Dolphins player showed up in the Rolls Royce Cullinan, and the police tried to immediately escalate that situation as well.
Yo, bro, dude beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey.
But he's not a threat. He's not a threat. Look at how they handling the situation. Trying to have him sit down on the curb, and he's trying to tell y'all, now this is for somebody that's being compliant and has been compliant since he rolled his window back down and since he was trying to get back out the car and when he got into cuffs and letting y'all do y'all job the way that y'all supposed to try to do y'all job, but y'all trying to escalate the situation. And as soon as he says, hey, I've had knee surgery, what does this overzealous, over fucking powered ass nigga does?
Hold on, bro.
He's telling you to hold on because he just had look at this. They trying to fire like look at this man's stance, bro. These people be itching to want to do something to people. These are the type of police you should not have on your police force. But there's people out there that want immunity for people like this. What are you talking about? Bro, get off the stick. Hey, Miami PD, please, we need a drug test for this officer right here. I know y'all haven't released the names, but if you just so happen to stumble across this video right here, we need y'all to test him for steroids because this to me seems like roid rage. This seems to me like roid rage. You have an officer already on the on his position right here, handling the situation. This man isn't running or trying to run or trying to get out of handcuffs or trying to wiggle away. He's trying to talk to the officer that is trying to handle the situation. And here comes Mr. Roid Raid, Officer Roy. Look at this dude.
Call Drew. Hey, call Drew. Call Drew, bro.
Call Drew. I'm assuming Drew is his lawyer. Now, I seen somebody make a comment, Jason Fatlock, talking about how this was a young boy. There, he's not a man because he's talking about Call Drew. First of all, you're not talking about a regular individual. We're talking about somebody who has a lawyer on speed dial who can help him in this situation because he pays good money for it. I'll be trying to call Drew too if that was my lawyer in this situation. He's trying to use his resources because right now he is being treated unfairly by the Miami police. I don't give a damn if he was speeding. Now, let's talk about the fact that Yes, speeding, you can put people's lives in danger, you can cause harm to people, you could probably hurt people or even kill people by speeding and crashing into somebody at high speeds. For one, it did not happen, thank God. For two, this man has not been a threat or even showed that he was trying to be a possible threat to these officers at any point, at any time of this arrest video. They clearly was escalating the situation themselves. Clearly.
Hey, call Drew, bro. Hey, what? Hey, call Drew, bro. Just call Drew. Hey. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing nothing. What am I doing that's wrong?
Hey, listen. Hey,
listen. Hey.
Now watch how this officer comes back and escalates this situation. This is Tyreek's teammate who pulled over on the side of the road to try to make sure everything was okay. He was checking on his guy because it looked like he was being mistreated, right? Listen to how these officers talk. For one, this is what we need to understand when it comes to police officers. Tell me who is in the proper authority at the time. Because if you have one officer giving one command and then another officer comes and gives a different command, and then the person is trying to do the first command that the first officer gave him in the first place, and then that is a direct disobedience to your different command that you gave him stepping over the first officer, why the fuck? Like, how do you think people supposed to navigate that shit? Then you try to arrest him for not following your orders because he was following the first officer's orders. If that sounds confusing to you, just watch how this happened. Watch how it happened. It'll all make sense.
The cops over here beating on him, man. They over here beating on Tyreek, man.
Don't park there, man. Just get in
They
the
over
car.
here, Drew, you gotta come, man.
Just get in the car.
Straight up the side, on the side of the
Hey, get in the car. You're parked in the middle of the street.
I'm in the car. You gotta go before you get a ticket.
Hey,
I'm
in
not
the car.
Now he said you got to go before you get a ticket, right? This is the driver of the car. This is the passenger of the car. The other cop that comes over to escalate the situation says, leave or you'll get a ticket. Now watch him trying to understand what the other cop is saying, because clearly some of these officers don't speak clear English. So you got to focus. Look at his face. He's trying to focus on what this nigga's saying because it's probably hard to understand his ass.
driver. This my car.
All right, move.
I'll take that.
You gotta move right now.
Coming,
Let me have your license. You're gonna have to get
I'm coming.
See? When this is the officer that did the same thing the last time. Give one instruction, and before you allow somebody to even follow through with the first instruction you gave them, then you immediately say, well, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. What type of cop is that? Get this nigga off the force immediately.
All right, move.
I'll take that.
You gotta move right now.
Coming, man.
Let me have your license. You're gonna have to get
I'm coming.
Let me have your license. You're gonna have to. Let me have your license.
I'm leaving.
I'm not playing. Let me have your license.
Leaving. Yo, what's
Your
going
license
on?
right now.
So what's going on,
Your license
man?
right now. You're not gonna give me your license?
Hey,
Your license right now. Your license right now. If somebody, bro, who hired this nigga? Who hired this? Your license right now. You give me your license right now. You don't follow my, bro. You aren't even giving me instructions, man. You're not giving me the right instructions. You give me one instruction, you give me another one because you confused, nigga. You can't even understand what the fuck you saying. You confusing your goddamn self.
You're not gonna give me your license?
I'm leaving.
Let me have your license. Your license right now.
Sir,
Hey, your license right now. Or I'm gonna lock you up. Your license right now.
He just told me to
Your
leave.
license right now.
Sir,
You're dealing with me now.
Sir.
Your license right now.
You see the disrespect of authority as well. The one cop, the body cam footage that you see right now is from another police officer on the scene. He's telling this man to leave now. This other officer is saying, no, give me your license. First of all, that's what I don't get about the police. This is how stupid these individuals are who pulled these guys over. Y'all didn't want him to park there in the first place because you said he'd get a ticket. So when you tell him to leave, now you're telling him to stay there because you're actually going to give him a ticket. Now you're prolonging this situation and also blocking the street that you don't want blocked because you're trying to be petty and because you don't know how to de-escalate the situation. How the hell do these niggas get jobs like this? Come on, man. This shit don't make no sense, man. This shit don't make no sense. Now, this is the part I was trying to tell y'all about when it came to the comment that Tyreek made about him being a black man in America. Listen to what the interaction was with these guys when he said that.
I'm just being a black man. That's it. I'm just being black in America, bro. That's all it is.
You're dark too, brother. We're people of color too. Don't play like that.
I'm just being a black man in America, bro, in a nice car. That's it. That's it. They write me my ticket, man. So do whatever you got.
He said, we're all dark here too, brother. Don't play that with us.
That's all it is. We're dark too, brother. We're people of color too. Don't play like that.
Don't play that stuff. No, shut the hell up. Because if Mexicans can be racist, white people can be racist, Mexicans can be racist, Asians can be racist, all y'all niggas can be racist. It ain't got nothing to do with you being dark too, brother. We're all people of color. Nah, fam, you somebody with a badge. Ain't no color behind the badge. Because even black dudes or black women with badges can target black people on the streets because they have a vendetta against certain black people that they don't like out here and who they want to be made into lessons out here. I don't trust y'all badges like that, man. You want to try to be humanized when somebody starts bringing up a valid point. It don't matter how he said it, because, you know, people can hear how Tyreek said that shit and be like, oh, he trying to be performative. He just trying to, nah, man. I mean, how many times are y'all going to hear it from so many different black people till y'all understand that this is something that's regular to, like, this is something that happens on a regular. You understand? Like, he's saying that because it's true. What else? I mean, how else are you going to look at it? How y'all treated him made him feel that way. Y'all could talk about him, how he handled the situation, or if he would have just did this, if he would have did that. Man, I don't care how y'all look at that situation. It is what it is. This has been happening for years. And then you have people like Mr. High Cholesterol himself, Chicken Whitlock, sitting on Twitter making posts like these, like these, talking about Tyreek's situation. Call Drew, call Drew. These are not grown men. These are entitled children screaming for their daddy puppet master as soon as they talk themselves into conflict. This is no way to behave when you have 10 children and 5 to 6 baby mamas counting on you, emasculated. So we're talking about somebody who didn't just watch the 3 minutes and 30 seconds of the videos that we just watched. Because at no point in this video did Tyreek talk himself into a conflict. Where did he talk himself into a conflict when he said, don't knock on my window like that? That warrants the police to drag him out of the car for saying, don't knock on my window like that? Or how about when he immediately gave his license and registration to the police when they walked up to the window? It's not like he said, what's the problem? What y'all want? Get the fuck away from my car. As soon as they walked up, his window was down. He gave his license and registration. These police officers are supposed to go run his information. And if they have to give him a ticket, or if they say we need to detain you because you were reckless driving, then I'm sure he would have got out the car and been compliant. But the way that he just gave them his license and registration and asked for a ticket, clearly he was just speeding, regular speeding in a fast-ass car. Not one time in this video did you hear him talk himself into a conflict. When he rolled his window back down, when they said, keep your window rolled down or I'm going to drag you out the car, his window was down when he said, matter of fact, I'm going to get you out the car now. Who talked who into a conflict? Was it Tyreek, or was it the officer that was sitting there outside of his window? Then you have him going on to continue to coddle the balls of his white right-wing extremist followers by saying, was Tyreek Hill's non-compliance with police really necessary? Crump believes a man with 10 kids and 6 baby mamas has no responsibility to avoid. So you mean to tell me the reason why you keep bringing, like, it has nothing to do with race, that you keep bringing up this man's kids and how many baby moms he has during a traffic stop? During a traffic stop that he did not escalate. You mean to tell me this has nothing to do with race just because you're black, Jason Whitlock? Which we still probably need to do a analysis on that. You might be a white man in blackface. But he also went and said, because somebody said his number of children and wives has nothing to do with the situation, but be objective. He said, yes, it does. The more people you have counting on you, the more important it is for you to conduct yourself in a manner that doesn't invite danger, trouble, unnecessary conflict. Parents have the highest calling. That's hilarious, coming from somebody who is actively tweeting to the public things that can get him harmed and put his family in danger and bring unnecessary conflict to him and his family's life. You fat shit. How do you not even understand that? How do you not even think of that? Because you're so far gone in trying to have other people believe the narrative that you spewing out. I hate this greaseball ass dude. Now, once again, we talking about somebody who is tweeting things like this. Society is backwards. The guy worth 200 million with 10 kids has far lower expectations for his behavior than the guy making 90K for doing one of the most dangerous jobs. Just admit you're a bigot and you have no expectations for Tyreek Hill because he's black. And then Tyreek Hill tweeted, "Let's make a change," to which Jason said, "Start with wearing a condom and quit relying on your pullout game. Police asked you to pull out of the car, and once again, you were too late. Start there." Too late? Oh, man, I'm sure he did not watch the same video that we watched. I'm sure there's so much lard just like stuffed up between his eyes that somehow it speeds up time and it makes you feel like, oh, man, this man, no, Jason Whitlock, I need you to go back and watch the video again because I'm sure you didn't see what we saw. Because when the police asked him to get out of his car, it was right after immediately making a command to say, keep your window down or they will get you out of the car. So before they even allowed him to keep the option of keeping his window down, which it was when they said it, they changed their minds and decided to escalate the situation and say, matter of fact, we're going to do it right now. See, that type of stuff isn't a key point to people like Jason Whitlock because he has to coddle the nutsack of white, racist, right-wing extremists. But he likes to try to make it seem like it's not about race. It's funny because it be these main individuals who sit up here and try to talk about, oh, the left always makes it about race, or why do black people always have to make stuff about race? Well, let's ask Jason Whitlock, does he talk about anybody else besides black people? Let's just go past the Tyreek Hill video. Let's see if he talks about anybody else. Let's see. Oh, what is this right here? Jason Whitlock talking about Kendrick Lamar is a horrendous choice for the Super Bowl halftime show. 80% of the people that watch NFL are going to have no clue who he is. He doesn't have any genre crossing hits and his fan base is too niche. What? Like, the older he gets and the heavier he gets, the more his eyes are closing because his body's trying to tell him, just stop, let it go. Worry about your health. Save yourself. You don't need to do this cooning anymore. Get healthy, please. Every day his body is fighting for its life. And this nigga has the nerve to sit here and try to talk about black people every day. Or maybe this is just a coincidence. Let's see if he talks about anybody else. Oh, hey, what a coincidence. He's talking about another black person. Deion Sanders was an elite island cornerback. He didn't even huddle up half of the time because he knew exactly what he needed to do on every play. That kind of style does not translate to the kind of vision you need to be a successful head coach. Let's see. Maybe that's a coincidence. I don't know. Maybe he could be talking up a black person. Oh, here he is talking up Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, he's talking up a black person. But wait, is he talking up a black person to put down another black person? Let's see. This is Shannon Sharpe standing on business. If Ocho Cinco has someone holding him accountable like this during his playing career, Chad will be in the Hall of Fame. Shannon's trying to drag Ocho to greatness. True friend. Oh, another black person he's talking negative about. ESPN says, we will never forget Angel Reese's rookie season. Can someone share a single highlight? Is there a rebound we will never forget? Help me out here. Her single basketball highlight is taunting Clark 2 years ago. Oh, look at him exposing Deion Sanders. Instead of hyping them up, instead of encouraging them, instead of sending them some type of positive energy to continue to be great in what he is doing, here Jason Whitlock is appeasing the scrotums of mayonnaise soldiers so that he can look good in front of his constituents and have these people continue to follow him and put money in his pockets. Do we have anything on white people, Jason? Do we have anything on white people? Maybe an Asian guy. Oh, here we go. Here's is he talking back? No, he's retweeting encouraging messages for a Harrison Bucker. True humility consists in being content with all that God is pleased to ordain for us, believing ourselves unworthy to be called his servants. Calling him the Saint Teresa of Jesus. But right under that, here we go. For his career, LeBron averaged 3.5 turnovers. Worse, his worst season is 4.2. The NBA is 48-minute game. The WNBA is 40-minute game. Caitlin averages 5.6 turnovers. We've never seen a superstar basketball player turn the ball over at this rate. It's unprecedented. The defensive. I don't even know what else he had to say about Caitlin Clark. I don't even give a damn what he had to say about Caitlin Clark. All I know is that he speaks way too much about black people. It's always something foul about black people. He cannot let up. Jason Whitlock is one of those people where I wish I could block him, but seeing the things that he says is so, it just continues to be like a man. Like you are a piece of shit. And he has to continue to be reminded to the community of what type of opposition he plays, because his position in this is sports and politics. Two things that a lot of people care about in this country. And believe it or not, people do pay attention to what he says, but you should never forget, because it's always people like Jason Whitlock, it's always people like Candace Owens who will always somewhat say something that has some truth to it, but it's to guard you in so that they can start shaping the narrative. Because once you see these people start getting in tune with these people, you start seeing a lot of the black people that follow them go against other black people. Not just a certain type of black people, but just other black people, period. Anytime they see something that has to do with race or anything that has to do with black people getting mistreated, they got to be the opposition. They got to be the opposing voice. Why is that? Who do you think they're helping with that? Now, he has some shit to say about Kendrick, because Kendrick announced recently over this past weekend that he is headlining the Super Bowl for 2025. He put out a promo video. It set the world on fire. There was a couple of things he said in it that made people think that he was throwing subliminals towards BBL Drizzy. We will never know because it will never be confirmed, but it is the concern that there might be a round two, because Drake decided to post one day that game 2, they will win game 2, even though I know why he posted that. See, a lot of people want to believe that that man is unbothered, but what I believe is that he cannot escape the narrative. He cannot escape the fact that he lost the battle. He can't escape that. So he's trying everything in his power to try to have people overlook it by putting out music, by posting subliminals on his IG, different things of that nature, even though that is the most obvious sign of somebody being bothered. And it's okay to be bothered. The man called you a pedophile, my G. I would have been bothered too. Like, man, what the hell is going on here? You got people in arenas, in the club, wrestling matches, golf tournaments. Bitch, they playing this shit in elementary schools. Y'all gonna have me on a watch list, man. Man, fuck Kendrick. Like, I would have been mad as shit. I would have been so mad. You know what I'm saying? But because the facade of, oh man, he's one of the richest rappers ever, richest entertainers, and he got all these, plugs. He got the big ass mansion, and he got everything in the palm of his hand. He's one of the greatest artists ever. You start to try to tell yourself to try to mask all of that, but in reality, that human trait of feeling embarrassed or feeling weak or feeling like you have failed or feeling like everybody's laughing at you or like you're the laughing stock when you were the guy that everybody took seriously, it will get to you. And you can't be the guy that calls yourself King Petty or somebody who is incredibly petty and then don't think that something like this isn't bothering you. We just got to keep it human in that aspect. And it's funny how the narratives have been shifting or how they've been trying to play this shit like all these different pages, you know, academics and all these other Twitter pages that's been trying to boost narratives about Kendrick or try to, you know, get the engagement farming going because they know it's still a hot topic to come up with narratives that when it concerns Kendrick or when it concerns Drake, just know that whatever it is that Drake is planning when it comes to whatever game 2 or whatever he's trying to do, it's not going to be the same. I think that now it has forever been tainted. Like, God damn, did y'all hear that? Sound like a plane was about to crash in this motherfucker. God damn. Anyway, I forgot what I was about to say because I thought a plane was about to hit the goddamn building. I don't know if y'all heard that. My mic is good as hell. I don't think y'all heard that shit, but it sounded like a plane was about to crash outside the window, brother. Nigga, probably me because I was nervous. He said, "Who farted?" Nigga, probably me. I heard that plane sound. That shit was close. It sounded like it was close as hell, nigga. I was burnt. What the hell? A plane crashed into this motherfucker. You gonna see me laid out in the rubble like Chef in that South Park episode when he fell off the cliff and then started shitting himself and shit. Like it's gonna be bad. Anyway, Drake and Kendrick, there's nothing that's gonna come from this as far as like a round 2. I don't think there could be a round 2. I don't think it is gonna be another rap battle between the two. I know Kendrick said he had, you know, several more. But the big thing about this isn't even just about Kendrick performing there. It's the fact that it's in New Orleans. And people are feeling slighted because they're saying, why would they not invite Wheezy F Baby? Why would you not bring the man who is a New Orleans legend to the Super Bowl to perform? Now, I'm going to ask y'all the question. We're going to get y'all involved, man, in the chat. I'm going to ask y'all the question of who would y'all rather see perform at the Super Bowl halftime show in 2025? Would you want it to be Lil Wayne or would you rather it be Kendrick Lamar? We're gonna find out from the chat itself. Let's go to this. Let's do the poll, man. We gonna create a poll. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do today. Let me go ahead and get this shit together. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Where did my music go? I ain't had no music playing this whole time, man. Shame on me. Shame on me. Also, shame on Meek. Because he should be speaking up. He should be speaking up for the guy that destroyed him at one point in life. You know what I'm saying? All right. Where's this shit at, man? Help me create a poll. Binky or Zen Master, are y'all able to create polls in the chat since y'all moderators? You gotta help me out, man, because my shit be going slow sometimes, man. My shit be going slow sometimes. All right. Who should headline? You said no, you can't. Damn. Super Bowl 2025. We're gonna have Kendrick Lamar as the first choice, and we're gonna have Lil Wayne as the second choice. And y'all will have to vote on that. I want to see all y'all vote in the chat, man. Everybody, even if you haven't participated in the chat yet, go ahead and check out the poll and vote on that shit. Please, and thank you. Por favor. Now, this is the bigger conversation surrounding Kendrick performing at the Super Bowl is not Kendrick and Drake. As a matter of fact, it's more so Jay-Z and his discrepancies with Young Money. Now, there's been a long-lasting beef between Roc Nation and Young Money, most specifically Jay-Z and Birdman and those guys there. There is video, though, of Lil Wayne and Jay-Z partying together a couple weeks ago. DJ Khaled was there. I will say this. If anybody has any type of common sense, you would know that the Super Bowl or the NFL, for that matter, did not just decide last week to make Kendrick Lamar be the headlining performer for the halftime show. They didn't even do it 2 weeks ago. As a matter of fact, that promo video that you've seen him record, that shit probably happened a couple months ago or maybe even a month ago. So it was already decided and it was already in works for Kendrick to perform at the halftime show before Jay-Z and Lil Wayne were spotted out together, kicking it, laughing, and showing camaraderie. Now, whether Lil Wayne knew that that was the case or not is up for debate. But you have a lot of people coming out saying a lot of things regarding this. A lot of people feeling like they need to know why they made this decision. But this is what happens. Now the conspiracies start coming in and the different artists start speaking up. Now, here you got Nicki Minaj going crazy on people because somebody decided to tweet the first rapper to headline the Super Bowl halftime show needed to be someone who would represent the art to its highest degree. That was not Lil Wayne in 2024. And Nicki Minaj, I don't know if she's on drugs or not. I don't know. I cannot confirm. I am not going to end up like a Tasha K and try to act like she is. But I will say these do give the mannerisms of somebody that does a lot of cocaine. So this is how she responded to this lady on the internet, Nicki Minaj, the actual Nicki Minaj. You see it right here in front of your face. She said, God will punish you. Mark my words, the man that has not only pushed his pen the hardest, but gave the game more than one hip-hop icon as well on his watch, represent the rap game. The best rapper don't represent the rap game well enough for you black people. Wow, if this don't hurt your soul. First of all, I hate when people try to bring in all black people because they feel some type of way. Your singular opinion about somebody should not garnish you to put all black people into your shit because you're trying to make people agree with you. That is the most insane shit. I hate when people do that. Black people, or y'all should be offended black people. Like, you sound like Joe Biden. Like, shut the fuck up. If this don't hurt your heart to read, it will one day. Look at how our legends keep being treated after they've given so much to us. Who are you? You God, judgmental swine, delete. Like, does she really have like this like God complex to where she could say shit like judgmental swine, delete? Like, you're literally telling her that God is going to punish her because of her rap opinion. God is going to, you're trying to summon God. You're trying to make God do your doing, your bidding. That's what you want. You're trying to make, who are you, Nicki? Who are you, Nicki Minaj, to tell God what to do? Are you serious? Is that what type of shit that, bro? Come on now. Let me show y'all this shit. I gotta show y'all what she's saying. Look at this. She's on the internet doing this loud shit with people like you ain't like this. If people didn't think you were on drugs before, this is the type of stuff that'll make them think that. Because after saying all this, she said, you will regret tweeting this. What does that mean? I take that as a threat. If I was this lady, I would have immediately went to the authorities. I would have said, Nicki Minaj is actively threatening me on Twitter, on social media, for all her millions of followers. I feel threatened. I'm being attacked. My mental health is going insane. I got people driving past my house. I got people calling my phone. I am terrified for my life. I want to press charges. And I take her for all the money that I'm just going to specifically ask for the allowance that she's giving her husband, just so he won't be able to make no money. I would say, hey, the allowance that she's giving her husband, I want all of that. Just, she has to send it to me now. She has to find out another way, or she's just gonna have to pay out extra, do it again on that. What she's giving him, I want her to give to me now. That's the only way I know this nigga surviving. He can't do anything else but be Nicki Minaj's husband and baby dad. She told this woman she said she called her a dick munching bozo. Nicki Minaj has issues, man. Severe issues. And on top of that, this is the type of person that knows her fan base. They're toxic, evil, demonic individuals. And they will go to extreme lengths to go at somebody. Like, extreme lengths. They pull up to people's houses. They try to find where people work. They find their phone numbers. They find what their kids' names are, photos, pictures, all of that. These people are insane. As a matter of fact, I think she forgot that Kendrick Lamar was black, because the type of stuff she's tweeting is insane. She tweeted the hard R. She said, one nigga took a knee, the other nigga took the bag. He gonna get you N-words in line every effing time. Talking about Jay-Z. She also talked about Jay-Z in this fashion. She said, excuse me, got everything in the world, still spiteful and evil, disgusting. Be happy, a beg, go be effing happy, nigga. In rap business and women business, when you got the politicians and the police, you good though. Plus that ugly Laffy Taffy alien. Nicki Minaj has a problem with talking about people's looks, and if you was to look at what Nicki Minaj look like today, at right now, at this time, yeah, she don't look like that. Nicki said, denying a black man what he rightfully put into his game or into this game for no other reason but your ego, your hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT, know you what's good. Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out. So what? A white man, shit sad, house N-word tings, but it's good for them. No loyalty. Well, them niggas will keep sunning you. Is Kendrick Lamar not black? I'm so confused. What happened? What happened to Kendrick Lamar's blackness? Did that go anywhere? Did that vanish? Did Kendrick Lamar become a white man overnight? Like, what are we talking about here? Yeah, Ozempic and cocaine is not a good mixture, apparently. Allegedly. Birdman also tweeted, also sent to his Twitter page talking about the situation where, of course, he was throwing shots at Roc Nation and Jay-Z for the decision of not having Lil Wayne perform. He put SMFH, these niggas pussy, tag Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Wayne, YMCMB. I'm going to make these niggas respect us on Gladys. Hating shit for real. I have a question. Do you guys think that Birdman would extend the same courtesy if he had the position that Jay-Z had? Or do you think Birdman would do exactly what he wanted to do for his conglomerate, for his team, and for the people that he knows and for the people that he supports? Do you think he would have thought to himself, let's get some Roc Nation artists on here. Let me collude with Jay-Z so that we can get some things? No, absolutely not. Also, how dare you try to act like you sticking up for Wayne when you had this man's bus shot up? You tried to get this man off. And for what? Because he wanted to leave your label? And now it's YMCMB and you, how dare you be hating on, man, you tried to get that man whacked. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't ever want to hear Nicki Minaj talk about a black man this, black man that. Whenever it comes to any of these situations, where were you when that shit happened? What did Nicki have to say about Wayne's bus getting shot up and a black man trying to get another black man killed because he didn't want to be on the same label as his weird ass? Come on now. You talking about Jay-Z because he don't give a damn about a Birdman or YMCMB. Get out, please. Now, let me see what y'all got going on, man. Let me see some of the things that y'all saying, man. I'm gonna read some of y'all comments before we move on. Binky said she should be the last person trying to do that. She disses black women all the time. Yes, she does. All she does is get into it with black women. I ain't never heard the one time Nicki Minaj got into it with a white woman, she played it off like it was a joke on the VMAs, talking about some Miley was good. I didn't hear you have a lot to say, or I didn't even see you run up on Miley. I didn't see you have no energy after that happened. You ain't never speak Miley's name again because them white folks showed up and said, hey, leave the princess alone or we will destroy you. You are not above that. We don't care if you're Queen Barbs. We will get you out of here, bitch. She said, I'm never speaking on Miley again. Let's go. He said, God don't like y'all. Work to Theo Coop. Shout out Theo Coop, man. Grits and Gravy said, I could never take a woman seriously whose husband can't even change her son's diaper without security present. Holy glitter. Hey, Grits and Gravy, will you please wipe off your phone screen? I believe it is on fire. You need to douse that motherfucker. You need to let it stop, drop, and roll. If you have a water bottle next to you, please douse your phone. That was too much. That was too much. Simo says, yes, she suffers from borderline personality disorder. She calls him Roman. She named him after one of her albums. Bitch is psycho. Okay, says Jay-Z is a boss face. It haters. Nicki needs to grow up. She's too old for this silly beef crap. They not like us. Let's see. Shout out to Zim Match. He said, I hope it goes well with weed because I'm finna get on. I'm finna get on it. What else y'all got to say, man? Oh, yeah. Birdman was stealing from Wayne. You know what bothers, or you know what, brother, she kind of does in my Hulk Hogan voice. Nigga tried to kill that man, but hold up, Birdman. Have you paid Wayne yet? Yeah, we still haven't heard about Birdman paying Wayne for the wages that has been lost over the years, you know, in translation. We want to know if you paid Wayne. If you haven't successfully paid that man for his work and all the work that he's put in and all the people that he's brought in and all the superstars that he's created through your moniker, then we don't want to hear about nobody hating. We don't want to hear about nobody else's judgment to make somebody else perform in y'all hometown. Why don't y'all go do something about it? Let's see how much pull you got then. Real Deal still said, real talk GMS, and the only reason he has beef with Birdman is because he tried to sign Lil Wayne, but how quick we forget. How quick we forget, man. How quickly. Now, one thing we will never forget is the fact that the diddler is always going to continue to strike, and what has happened lately is a Michigan prisoner, Derek Lee, Cardello Smith wins $100 million lawsuit against Diddy in sexual assault case. Oh man, okay, I gotta read this to you guys. I'm gonna blow this picture up a little bit more so you guys can see who we are talking about. The man on the left is Derek Lee Smith, and of course the man on the right is bottom lip biting diddler. We're gonna read a little bit of what happened and how this judgment came to pass. We're gonna see what happens. This is by via the Detroit Metro Times. All right. And it reads, a Michigan inmate known for his long history of challenging the judicial system with civil lawsuits has been awarded an $100 million default judgment against embattled entertainment mogul Sean Diddler Combs. The award was issued Monday by Lenawee County Circuit Court Judge Anne-Marie Anzalone following a temporary restraining order granted to Derek Lee Cardello Smith, 51, against Combs in August. Combs, who has become the target of multiple lawsuits and criminal investigations in 2024, drugged and sexually assaulted Cardello Smith in 1997 at a party in Detroit, according to court records. Whoa! The diddler strikes again! Take that. Cardello Smith, who allegedly crossed paths with Combs while Cardello Smith worked as a Detroit area restaurant and hospitality industry employee, is a self-taught student of civil and criminal statutes and is serving an unrelated sentence at the Ernest C. Brooks Correctional Facility in Muskegon Heights. Cardello Smith goes way back in history with Combs. He recently told Metro Times that he produced prison for Cardello Smith produced prison facility information revealing Combs' name logged into the visitation record, and says the founder of Bad Boy Records offered him $2.3 million to dismiss the lawsuit, but Cardello Smith rejected the offers. Hey, let me tell you something. $2.3 million is a great offer. You should have probably dismissed it, but hey, good thing you didn't, because now you got $100 million. If I was him and Diddy walked in and said, take $2.3 million before I get you whacked, I'm like, all right, man, shit, just hand it this way, man. I'll drop that right now. You know, this motherfucker, they be killing people, man. As soon as you find out that man is a booty warrior, he is trying to set your car on fire. August 7th order was established to prevent Combs from selling assets that could potentially be used to compensate Cardello Smith for possible damages. He is one of the mounting number of recent plaintiffs against Combs alleging violence or sexual assault. Wow. So, in 1997, this man alleges that Sean Diddler Combs decided that he was going to force himself upon him in ways that was unforeseen to his nature. I do not condone this. I do not think that this is funny. Even though I keep mentioning the diddler, I don't think that's funny. I think that is insane. And I think that if Diddy didn't actually do that, he probably should have showed up for this hearing. I don't know what's going on with Diddy. I don't know how many hearings he has to go to. I don't know if he's in the right state of mind. I did say, though, right after his house was raided in Miami, you know what I did say? I said we might end up seeing the demise of Diddy in a way that is on the same scale as a Robin Williams or a Kurt Cobain, or, you know, if you get what I'm saying. I think he might just end up doing it. And I don't encourage that either. But all this type of turmoil, all this stuff going on surrounding his life right now, I would not be surprised. It would be sad because ultimately, we did have a different idea of Diddy previous to all of this. Now that we realize that Diddy may have been on some monstrous behavior, I don't necessarily feel the sympathy that would come from that, but it would just be sad to, you know, overall see that that's just how legacies end in that way, man. A lot of people in that industry, you got to understand, is a lot of weirdos in the industry, man. It's a lot of people out here that take advantage of their position in many ways, and they do the things that they feel like they can get away with because they have the money and the resources and the connections and the power to do so. And we wish it wasn't like that, but hey, that is human nature, and that's what people do. That's what people do. We cannot, we can't dwell on it, but we also have to be vigilant of it, man. And anybody that's thinking about ever getting into the music industry or getting into the entertainment industry in any way, shape, or form, you always have to keep these type of things in mind. Never let yourself become subject to just following along and listening to whatever it is that people are talking about or trying to get you to do. There was a video on the internet that I scrolled past earlier. It was of Tiffany Haddish at a runway show, and some white lady, a couple people down from her, was like trying to encourage her to get up and just walk the aisle and then come back and sit down. And you know what Tiffany did? She got right the hell up and did that shit. And I wasn't trying to read into it too much, but then I thought about it. It's like that type of stuff right there. It's like what people try to do. It's certain people out there that will try to do certain things and see what they can get away with. It could be the littlest thing, and it could seem like it's so harmless and it's just all about fun and having some laughs. But once they do something like that and they realize it was easy to get you to get up and do a whole lap around the entire runway and come back and sit down, it's inevitable that somewhere down the line they're gonna get you to do some shit that you probably don't want to do. But because, oh, this person was fun and they did these and there's a fun person and or maybe because you have a disarm when it comes to white people. I don't know. But just watch how you move out here in society, man. Also, it made me think of this picture here. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a picture of Diddy riding a bike on the freeway. And Mr. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson commented on the photo below and proceeded to say, "You know there ain't no seat on that bike, right?" You know ain't no seat on that bike, right? That man has a DJ Envy sized dildo strapped to the He's the diddler. All right, let's keep going, man. Now we are at the like section of everything, man. We are at the like section. Let me finish up this poll here. You guys voted on the poll. I asked you guys, who would you rather see headline the Super Bowl in 2025? We have 32 votes as the final. I'm ending the poll right now. 72% of you guys said Kendrick Lamar. 27% of you said Lil Wayne. There you have it. The GMS fam has spoken, and they believe that Kendrick Lamar should be the headlining act of this Super Bowl that is coming up next year. And it's going to be Black History Month. It's just going to be a beautiful time. And it's going to be crazy to hear Not Like Us being played. I know I heard Charlamagne say, and it made so much sense, right after they announced Kendrick being the headlining act for Super Bowl in 2025, they got a lot of cease and desist letters with owls attached to the paper. They do not want Drake being called a certified pedophile in front of millions and millions and millions of people on one of the biggest stages of the year. They don't want that. But you can't stop it. You just got to watch and see what's going to happen. Now, on to the like section. We got a few things I'm going to show y'all before we get out of here. First things first, man. Dame Dash. Speaking of 50 Cent, Dame Dash had a back and forth with 50 Cent because he didn't like the way 50 mentioned him during his $1 million worth of game episode. Now, something stuck with 50 for years, and it was when Dame Dash decided that he was going to say or comment on 50's deal with Shady when he got signed to Eminem. He got signed for $1 million. Now, Dame Dash said $1 million is not any money, or it's not money at all. 50 Cent took that as a jab, and he responded to that by saying, $1 million was everything to him. And where he came from, $1 million was a hell of a lot of money. He said he felt like he won the lotto. So clearly their opinions on $1 million being some sort of money was very, very different. And Dame Dash decided he was going to respond by putting on his IG that he wanted to have a CEO off. A CEO off. He said he wanted to take his TV network and put it next to 50 Cent's TV network. And then not only that, but produce a original film and put it on their TV network and put it out at the same time and let the people decide what network and what film they mess with the most. Now, he went live to continue on talking about this, and what happened was his teeth ended up falling out of his mouth. Now, I was confused because, I'm going to just keep it honest. In recent years, seeing Dame Dash in interviews, you can tell that he had some type of tooth reconstruction surgery because the way that his S's sound and the way that he slurs a little, not slurs, but it's almost like he's like slurping something. Pause. You can hear it when he talks. You can hear that he's trying to keep a set of fronts in his mouth as he's speaking. You know what I'm saying? It sounds different. But I just assumed that it was because he ended up doing what these rappers do and they get veneers. Now, I know he's not a rapper, but I'm just talking about just in general. I thought he had veneers. I was sadly mistaken because I guess what he has is implants. And they ended up falling out with his grill. He had to end up explaining that to the people because inevitably people saw it start going viral and they were like, holy shit, Dame ain't got no fronts. So this is what Dame had to say in response to that.
Obviously, I feel like I need to address the teeth. First of all, sorry about that. First of all, shit is not dentures. These are my grills, right? And what had happened was, I have to go get implants put in. So I have implants, and I got them 20 years ago. And every 20 years, you got to switch them out. So I have to do a surgery, oral. And the fucked up shit is once they do it, and yeah, so I'm going to show you a look. Okay? So that's what happened.
That sound like that shit hurt. It sound like that shit hurt, B.
So
it sound like it hurt to put them shits in, man.
And yeah, so I'm gonna show you a look.
So Dame Dash has no fronts. He got a mouth like a Billy Pit Bull. Dave was like a snaggletooth panhandler, but nonetheless, he is one of the greatest hip hop moguls to ever live. See, this is what I don't like about these narratives too, man. When people see people like this, you start to forget that you're supposed to humanize individuals. Yes, he was one of the biggest hip hop moguls in the world. Yes, he was a part of one of the biggest record labels and biggest entities in hip hop ever. Yes, he is connected to one of the greatest hip hop artists and businessmen and moguls themselves. Let me just say that because of where he is in life does not take away from his accomplishments within the culture. And he's always been down for the culture. He's always been somebody that will speak up and always lend a hand and try to help anybody, regardless if he has it or not. Dame was always been that type of guy. That's why I will always respect Dame for being who he is. I cannot knock him for that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you feel about his business or how much money he has, Dame is somebody who is very smart when it comes to somebody who can put ideas together. I honestly feel like he just reached a point in his career where nobody is going to fund his ideas anymore. It's not that he doesn't have good ideas. It's not that he's not a genius at, putting music together or putting artists together. It's the fact that once that money dries up and the people that don't want to contribute to what it is you have going on, like they don't want to donate or they don't want to invest in what you got going on, it's going to be a lot harder. And if you don't have reoccurring funds coming in, then clearly you're going to probably go broke at some point. But that does not mean that you don't have the right ideas, or that doesn't mean that you don't have the vision or can try to get some type of resources to try to make something happen. And it always seems like Dame is always finding a way to try to make something happen, regardless if it makes him a lot of money or if it just puts him in a position to continue to make connections with other people so that his money can continue to flow through. If I'm trying to start a business, or if I'm trying to be in the music industry or trying to navigate through the music industry, do you think I would want to listen to a Dame Dash? Or do you want me to go to a Leor Cohen? Now, a lot of y'all gonna be like, well, Leor, he's really successful and he owns these, please, and he got all this. Yeah, but see, I want to protect my booty hole. So which person you gonna choose, huh? which person you gonna choose to learn the game from? I think I might just go hang out with Dame Dash and try to figure out life over there. All right. I'm good. I'm good on Leor Cohen and 300 Entertainment. It seemed like a lot of niggas die over there too. I don't like that. That's bad energy, bad juju. I don't want none of that bad juju in my life. I like my life. Now, another thing that popped up on the like section, we got a couple more for y'all. I want y'all to judge how this situation went down, okay? Now, people are saying that both these people are toxic, but there are also people out here that are trying to put the blame on one or the other. I don't know if you could put blame on one or the other. That's just my opinion, but I guess I'll give my long-form opinion at the end of this video. Now, what you have is a couple who obviously live together, and it was a man's birthday. It was this girl's boyfriend's birthday, and all he asked for was to just be able to play video games all day and kick it at the house. His girlfriend, on the other hand, works from home. And while she works from home, she takes phone calls. And during his gaming, he likes to be loud. He likes to cuss. He likes to do all types of shit. This is how it ended up transpiring. Listen to this.
Me for ruining his birthday.
So what y'all think, man? What y'all think? The man's destroyed. First of all, if all you wanted to do was game all day, see, I'm gonna give y'all both sides of this because they both toxic, they both destructive, and they both idiots. Listen here, my man. If all you wanted to do was game all day, what sense does it make destroying your whole game setup? What sense does that make? Now, I do remember watching a video a year ago or so. I don't even know when it was, but it was a video of this girl who was mad that her boyfriend was gaming. He's an online gamer and he makes money. He's on Twitch and all that stuff. They were in a big house. I don't know if y'all seen this video. It was a black dude and his girlfriend. She unplugged his shit while he was playing 2K. Now, when I tell y'all there's people out here that make money off of video games, there's people out here that make serious coin off of playing video games. 2K, NBA 2K is a very, very popular video game that people play and that a lot of people make money off of streaming. This guy was in his house that he paid for, probably off of his popular streaming or whatever he does. I don't know what it was, but all I know is that this girl was mad that he was doing it. and deleted. She didn't turn off his controller or turn off his game. She didn't unplug it. She didn't turn off the Wi-Fi. She deleted his My Player. Now, for those that don't know anything about My Player, it's just a player that you create and you build up and you spend a lot of money on to try to improve them in their stats and their attributes. You buy different accessories, different things like that to help boost up some of their shit, and you play games online. You can hoop all day, do all types of shit. She deleted his My Player that he's been building up for the last few years and that he spent a lot of money on. The player that was helping him generate money through streaming 2K on his Twitch, that took him a couple years to build, to where he'd have to spend another couple years to build again. She didn't understand that, and he broke up with her right there on the spot. He said, "Get the hell out my house. If you can do this type of destructive shit, it's not just even about a game. Do you know how much money I spent on this shit? Do you know how much money I make on this shit? Are you insane?" But given the appearance of this situation, I can just comfortably say that this man was not on Twitch or no gaming sites making money off of his game playing. He just destroyed his shit because he was that mad and probably that fed up at that point. I'm pretty sure they're broken up at this point, because ain't no way you continue on a relationship like this, because next time it ain't gonna be no holes and no walls. It's gonna be some holes in a human. And if she was smart, she would duck that relationship off immediately. Please, immediately duck that relationship. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Now, on her end, if all he wanted to do was play video games at home all day, and you knew that that was the only thing that would make him happy for his birthday that day, what made you think that it was smart to work from home in that capacity? You didn't want to, try to just compromise a little bit just so the nigga have what he want? Because I'm sure that this behavior didn't just spark up out of nowhere. See, some people like to antagonize others when they know that they're erratic or that they're violent or that they will get some type of negative reaction. A nigga just don't wake up one morning and start punching holes in walls and destroying his entire gaming setup. He clearly has some type of violent tendencies before that. So what made you think that going in there and unplugging his shit was going to breed some reaction of him being calm and say, "You know what, baby, you're right. Thank you for doing that. I should just go ahead and just sit here in my corner and wait for you to get done working so that I can enjoy my birthday." She's not dumb either. She did this on purpose. She got the reaction she wanted, therefore giving her the leverage to say, "Get the hell out. I don't need you in this motherfucker no more. And on top of that, you ain't got no gaming set up anymore. So now I'm even more happy, because now you're not going to find no type of peace later on for the next, I don't know how many months till you can afford another system and another gaming setup." She just double one. Then she going to blame all the damages on him and get all her shit fixed for free. Landlord or whoever it is that they rent to, she going to say it was all him. Either he gonna have to come out of pocket, and she ain't gonna have to pay for that. So, I mean, shit, she wanted the situation. To be honest, you got out of a domestic, you know what I'm saying, before he decided to do something crazy to you, and you ain't gonna have to pay for these damages. It's not your gaming setup. I would have just threw all that shit away and just told, "Hey, y'all got to come and fix this door. That's it. Come fix this wall." But please, stop being so damn toxic with each other, man. I hate that type of shit. It annoys the hell out of me. Quit being so damn toxic. There's no point in being that toxic with each other. And last but not least, in the like section, man, this shit hit my timeline and I could not stop laughing. I had no idea that this was why this band was so famous. If anybody in the chat has ever heard of the Dave Matthews Band, please put a 1 in the chat right now. If you've ever heard of the Dave Matthews Band, put a 1 in the chat right now. I need to see. Hey. Hey. Shout out. Hey, man. Life has been good lately. Life has been good lately. Oh, man. I do right now. I just, oh shit. All right, I'll tell you about that later. We're gonna tell you about that later. Anyway, see, I see a lot of y'all have heard about the Dave Matthews Band. I see the ones in the chat now. The reason why I'm bringing up the Dave Matthews Band is because this video hit my timeline like a whirlwind. I had no idea that this happened. This happened back in 2004. So the Dave Matthews Band was traveling. They were actively on tour, on their tour bus, heading through Chicago, when their bus driver decided that they needed to get rid of the waste. Now, I thought that there was some cardinal rule that you could not take dookie lumps on the tour bus. I thought it was only number ones. And when you got to take a dookie, you got to stop somewhere, go to a rest stop, go to a restaurant, go wherever else. But you cannot drop a stinky load on the tour bus. No back bottom gristle lumps. We do not allow that because it's going to stank up the whole bus. But clearly, these guys had no rule of the sort and decided that they were going to take countless amounts of poos on this tour bus. And as they were passing a bridge in Chicago, the tour bus driver decided to do this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let this guy tell the story.
A tour bus driver dumped their septic tank while sitting in traffic on a bridge in Chicago. But this bridge had grates on the bottom, and the waste actually ended up falling through. At that exact time, a sightseeing boat was passing below, and over 100 passengers were covered with waste from the Dave Matthews Band. Now, the band
These niggas got dookie rained on them. Hey, somebody should have put this on in slow motion and had that Ashanti song playing in the background. Rain on me. Do, 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 do. And then every splash that hit somebody, every dookie turd that hit their face, beer, beer, do, 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 do. These motherfuckers was getting, oh my God, they was getting the muddy waters.
With waste from the Dave Matthews Band. Now, the band publicly apologized and stated they were unaware of the driver's actions. The driver was charged with reckless conduct.
Oh, hell no.
Eventually, the band settled for a $200,000 fine.
Let me tell y'all something. I don't give a damn how many times you apologize. If I got covered in shit, there is no possible way that I would accept an apology, let alone first of all, what type of trolling is that? They said we settled for $200,000. The number two, is that y'all? That's how y'all want to do it? Y'all trying to make this a joke? We just got covered in shit from the entire Dave Matthews Band, and y'all want to apologize and give us the number $200,000? Is y'all playing with us? Them niggas smell like feces for the next 2 weeks, and y'all think that all you could do is get in front of a podium and say, my bad. Dog, this is insane behavior. Now, apparently this is what they got known for, or not even just known for, but that's like one of the main stories about them. I had no idea. I had no idea till today. Let alone the fact that this is something that really happened. Like, I'm not just suing Dave Matthews Band, but we got to sue the nigga that was operating the boat too, because once you start hearing that there's shit raining down on everybody, you got to try to get up out the way, fam. Now, I know the boat was a little big, but shit, you got maneuvers, dog. You got to shift to the left or something, man. You can't just keep having us get dookie rain down on us, man. You got to do something. And then on top of that, they said that they had no idea that there was grates at the bottom or on the road where they were stopping at on the bridge. First of all, was this nigga just about to get rid of how many pounds of dookie on a flat bridge, like where it was concrete? Like, imagine, like, what type of shit is that? You just gonna pour out a bunch of shit on the road? This bus driver was unhinged. He needed to be locked the fuck up. Oh my God. I can't even believe this. Simo said, oh, hell no. Oh shit. He said, that's no way to treat your loyal fans. He said, bus driver got sick of smelling it. Yeah, he said, man, I'm tired of this. Now, white dookies is different, man. I don't know if y'all went to school with some white folks back in the day, but if you ever went in the stall after a white dude got done dropping a stanky load, them shit smell different. Them shit's got a hint of bile to it. I just got pooped on by the Dave Matthews Band. Imagine saying that. Oh, he said that 2K thing was a skit. Oh, it was? I hate skits. A literal shit storm. They got hit with a literal shit storm. You damn right. I'm just glad it wasn't me. All right, GMS fam, the green room. Today has been a dope show, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all longer, man. I know y'all got stuff to do. I know y'all out here getting it, man. I hope y'all out here living y'all lives and doing what you need to do to get ahead in life, finished and achieving all your goals, striving to be better people, better humans. Hope everybody's doing great. Everybody's doing nice. Tell my GMS fam, hit that like button on the way out. Also, you want to support the GMS show in a big way, you can leave a super chat if you like, become a member, or hit the Cash App that is rolling at the bottom of this feed. Whoa. Swing. Rastafari. Dr. Fox shot, Bamba shot. Your rock shot. Hey. Will said, imagine how many people looked up with their mouth open. Because you know it was somebody down there that was like, oh, what the huh? As soon as he said, the motherfucker got drips. Blah, 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 blah. Niggas was coughing. Niggas was on the boat seizing up and shit, screaming. Do you smell that shit? It was bad as hell. I would have been bad as shit, bro. Oh man, then they had to get out. They had to finish riding the boat, get off, try to figure out what they can do for the smell. They had to all get in their cars. Their cars were smelling like dookie for the next 2. Like, damn. Fuck the Dave Matthews Band, man. That's shitty. That's a shitty situation. All right, y'all. I'm out of here, man. One love to everybody. I'll be back. More videos coming soon. More lives coming soon. Music coming soon. All the above, man. Shout out to the GMS fam. Make sure you leave a comment on this video, underneath the video, not just in the chat. But when this live is over, man, head to that comment section, man. Show some love for the GMS fam, man. One love, y'all. Peace. We out.